Hey guys, welcome to Overwatch Central. We're getting to the point where we are finding out all those little secrets around Overwatch and the details of its release. The one thing that we still know nothing about is the business plan and how people will buy the game or spend money through it. Blizzard have several options to go for. It seems every one of their games has a different payment method. We have the free to play but buy in hero/cards such as Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone, a one-time payment but buy DLC and expansions like StarCraft and Diablo, or a subscription fee to play the game like World of Warcraft. In this video we are going over these options and just taking a look at the pros and cons of each of them and if any of them would best suit Overwatch. Just as a bit of a PSA, we know that money is one of those sort of taboo subjects and we don't really want to cause too much of a discussion/argument about it. We just thought it'd be a really cool video to go over because Blizzard really have some decent options. Helping me look at the pros and cons as per usual is Miska. Also, sorry for the bunged upness, I'm still not really over my cold, but it is flu season, so I guess it's kinda to be expected. So the first one we're going to talk about is what Blizzard have confirmed they are not doing. Jesse Cox said on the Co-optional podcast when he went to Blizzard HQ to play Roadhog and Junkrat, they said that they don't want people to be buying heroes, they want people to have all the heroes to begin with. So this kind of gets rid of the option to have similar games to Heroes of the Storm, where it's free to play but you buy the heroes as you go along, or you pay a lump sum once and you get all the heroes like in Smite. Why is this a good idea for Blizzard? Why do you think that they have gone for this option that they've said they're definitely not doing this?
Just mainly to not limit the gameplay aspect of the game in any sort of way. I don't think they want people to feel like they can't play certain hero compositions just because, you know, their teammates or friends haven't unlocked those specific heroes. And yeah, I can see why they've chosen that and said that. Then again, like, that's the only place, like, you know, we've heard it from, so it might be subject to change, it might not, but I would like it to not be. Like, I would just, you know, like to have all the heroes at once and just be able to try them all out and try out all sorts of hero lineups. And I think it's a good idea, and it seems like it will work with the way Overwatch is, you know, sort of structured. Like, it's an FPS, yes, but it's got, you know, abilities stuff that you want to try out with various like ability combos, and that's why they don't want to limit it, because they want you to actually like play all aspects of Overwatch and all different heroes and characters, and, you know, not be limited.
I mean, there is one other option for free to play, all heroes included, but you buy sort of vanity stuff and cosmetics, similar to like TF2 hats and all of the guns in that game as well. Seems quite a likely one.
This pulls a lot of players to the game like straight away, just because, you know, it's free, you can try it out straight away, and all the heroes are unlocked, so you can try all out, like all heroes straight off the bat. A lot of people will really easily just pick up the game and start playing, and that's where, you know, that's when you kind of want to grab those like customers and make sure that people stay because they're having fun, and that's when they might, you know, buy extra stuff like vanity stuff. And as for right now, it seems like the vanity stuff would like only be skins or, you know, more extensive like cosmetics, and not just, you know, a color variation, because they said that with the new progression system they want you to unlock stuff like
character portraits and...
Yeah, exactly. Color variations, character portraits. I think they said sprays, even though I'm not quite sure if they meant color variations with that. But yeah, you know, more like complex like remodels of heroes that would be like new skins and outfits and stuff. That's something that you could buy, and having the game be free to play and all heroes unlocked would, you know, pull a lot of players to the game that could then buy those things. So I think it's very likely that this is the way they'll do it.
But I guess there are implications for Blizzard and how they sort of make their money off the game, because even though sort of we're all excited for this, we're consumers and Blizzard want us to spend money on their games. That's just how the industry works, you know? I
mean, Heroes of the Storm have sort of done it in a way, but then again, the progression system for that is a bit different, and there's in-game currencies there. So I don't know, we'll see how Overwatch will work in that sense.
Another one that we're going to go over, even though it seems less likely, is like a subscription-based system. Of course, I guess the good thing about this is as Blizzard pump out new heroes and new maps, you're not paying any extra for them because you're paying the same price. But I guess subscription-based fees are just getting outdated now. We've seen a lot of MMOs go free to play, so this just doesn't seem likely, does it, Miska?
No, it would be interesting, but I just don't see them going down that route. There's not really another FPS that have like really done that, and in that way it'd be kind of cool to see how Blizzard could do it, but I just don't see it like to be very likely. There are a lot, like you mentioned, like the sort of MMO idea that you pay like per month is sort of is starting to get like a bit old-fashioned, and I don't see them doing it for Overwatch, but it's still like a cool sort of alternative that to like think about a little bit, because it would be very different, and it might, you know, result in them just being able to pump out like loads of content and making people, you know, resubscribing like every month just because of that. But then again, it isn't very likely, just because how the sort of industry looks nowadays and how people are like, you know, buying games and how they're deciding if they're gonna sign up for a subscription based like fee or not.
Now the sort of latter option, but there are different variations, is just buying the game outright. But I guess there are some other little, as I said, variations. Buying a game, but you could buy vanity skins and extra, getting all the heroes to begin with as Blizzard want them to. Similar to CSGO. Out of all of them, this seems like a very solid one for Blizzard to go for. Just because it's a one-time payment, and then if you want to pay extra, you can, but you don't need to, it doesn't affect the game.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense, and I would personally like this to be the way of them doing it, because it would be like, you know, buy the game, play all the heroes, buy extra stuff if you want, and that's it. Like going free to play, that might, you know, eventually go down the route of having other types of microtransactions, which, you know, maybe wouldn't be as nice or whatever. So personally, this is the idea and like the payment model that I would like to see. And having the game cost around 30 to 40 bucks to pick up initially isn't like that bad. And you can buy extra like vanity like skins and stuff if you want to. And they will also make sure to actually like earn a bit of money from like each and every customer, indifferent from if the game would be completely like free to play initially.
Going into a little bit of speculation that we've heard over the last sort of week is that Overwatch has been hinted to maybe going to console, which I guess again supports this idea that people will buy the game. It's not often we see a game of Blizzard's go into a console to be free to play, for example. The only thing that I can think of which I don't understand how it would work is, as I said before, Blizzard will be creating new heroes constantly, maps, game modes, as you said. This is all DLC, and I think Blizzard would want you to pay for it, but at the same time they don't want people to buy heroes, so how are they going to go about that?
I think there are kind of like, you know, two ways they can do it. Either they can have the game be actually just full price and then just have the, you know, vanity stuff that you unlock from leveling like in the game, or some sort of, you know, in-game currency, but there's no way to actually spend money to earn more in-game currency, which might be a bit weird. But yeah, I don't see either of them super likely. I mean, either way, I just think they will have a way for you to buy stuff in-game, similar to how the like, you know, Diablo had the auction house, and World of Warcraft has stuff you can buy in game. Hearthstone has card packs, you know. There's loads of options in other Blizzard games, and just because of their past like and their payment models that they've announced and like, you know, use today, I think that will be the way they'll do it for Overwatch. So just to go back to it, the most likely one for me is that you buy the game for like $30 or something. You have skins that you can buy for money, but you can also unlock the cosmetics via the progression system that they talked about. And then eventually they might introduce DLC. I don't know. That's for us to see later on.
It's strange that we're so close to beta but still don't really know how it's going to go payment-wise. But hopefully that's something we will learn at BlizzCon. Thank you very much for watching Overwatch Central. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Overwatch content. The beta is next week. Unfortunately not really for us because we're EU, but we still plan to put out content surrounding the people that we know that will be part of the NA beta. Until then, take care and we will see you next time.